I don't listen to Candace's show, but I am 100% convinced that Charlie was killed by Tyler Robinson, a crazed leftist who murdered him because he didn't like Charlie's messaging on the trans issue.
She doesn't listen or watch to prominent people who have amassed a wealth of evidence undercutting that story that she believes in, but she knows that Candace is wrong because Candace is sad. Speaking of lying, I want to like Megyn Kelly. She sometimes is fun to watch. Sometimes she gets some stuff straight. Too often times she's a propagandist pushing talking points for the establishment, even though she's not in the corporate. Well, she is. She works for Sirius XM, which is how she got on the corporate algorithm on YouTube, which is why her show blew up. Because if anybody wanted to watch her, they could have watched her on NBC, and nobody did. But anyway, she's now being helped along by the corporate algorithm on YouTube. And of course, I'm jealous because I would like to be on that algorithm. I had to earn all these while being branded what they call borderline content. So they suppress us, and we're still adding 40,000 subscribers a month. Isn't that something?
What are you on the border of, Jimmy?
We're up to 30 million views a month if you include Rumble. And I don't even know what Facebook. I don't even go over and look over there. But so even with being suppressed, we're kicking it. But anyway, that's beside the point. Here is Megyn Kelly being asked about the Charlie Kirk investigation, and let's just watch as she uses the wisdom of Solomon to cut this baby in half so that nobody is happy. Let's watch.
Now, let's talk about the Candace Owens of it all.
Okay.
I love her, and I really do feel like there's potentially truth to what she's saying. What do you think? Is there something nefarious going on?
Are you talking about Charlie's murder? So I don't listen to Candace's show, but I am 100% convinced that Charlie was killed by Tyler Robinson, a crazed leftist who murdered him because he didn't like Charlie's messaging on the trans issue. That is my firm belief after having talked to the people at Turning Point, the FBI, the security team that was on the ground, and many others. And I've come to that with a good faith basis, and I have nothing that would shake me from it. I don't begrudge anybody asking questions, and I understand the controversy around where she's gone with it, but I think it's really kind of a matter of your preference for your broadcaster. And, you know, Candace is many, many people's cup of tea, and she's not other people's, and I'm the same. And I haven't responded well to people demanding that I try to police her speech, because that's a leftist thing. It's not a right thing. So if she's not for you, that's fine. But if she is, that's fine too. And what she says about this particular matter, look, I just give her a lot of grace because I know she's suffering. I know she really loved him. And I think this has been very hard on people who actually knew Charlie and really loved him. Oh, thank you.
So there you go. Megyn Kelly has talked to everyone who's been lying about this and proven to be liars, and they assured her that Tyler Robinson did it.
There's nothing to change my mind. He's guilty, and he will be prosecuted and executed.
And one more thing. She doesn't listen or watch to prominent people who have amassed a wealth of evidence undercutting that story that she believes in, but she knows that Candace is wrong because Candace is sad.
Yeah, well, I mean, Megyn don't want to get hit next. So she knows where bread's buttered.
So there's Megyn Kelly sounding like Don Lemon. And I know she's smarter than Don Lemon. I know she's actually smart. So what Megyn Kelly's doing there is not being honest. And I don't want to say she's a full-blown liar, but she's lying right there. Because there's no way in hell she actually believes the bullshit story that has been told. There's no way. There's no way. Do you really think that he went up there and Tyler Robinson on his own went up there and took that gun apart? Have you seen videos of people trying to take that gun, disassemble the gun, and then reassemble the gun? So he went up there, assembled the gun. Do you know how long it takes someone who's an expert to doing that?
A long time.
A long time. And then after after he shoots him, he disassembles the gun. You know how long that takes? Someone who knows exactly what they're doing and is a highly trained professional with that gun. It takes them well over a minute. And that's without the adrenaline pumping through their body. So there's a lot of adrenaline that pumps through your body. In fact, let me show you how long it takes. So Joe Rogan did a takedown of just this one aspect. There's a million aspects of this story that make no sense that Kash Patel is trying to tell us and that the establishment is telling us. There's a million things that don't make sense about this, like that they paved over a crime scene 5 seconds after someone got murdered there. They scrubbed it. They stuccoed it over. That, again, just like JFK, just like RFK, this is an assassination. This is by a team of people. And for Megyn Kelly to say that, as smart as she is, I know she's full of it. And here's just one thing that completely debunks what she just said. Watch.
Unless this kid has secretly been training like John Wick for the past 6 months. So watch this guy break this down.
Now, if I take a shot and immediately disassemble this, I have to remove the bolt, remove the magazine, grab my Allen key, hit the 2 bolts on the bottom, put those away in the Allen key, grab my Torx key, remove the scope, put everything in the backpack, make sure I have everything, and make my way downtown. Okay, which is going to take a lot longer for him than it is for me, especially because his fine-tuned motor function, something as simple as grabbing an Allen key to a little bolt, is going to be extremely impaired due to a dump of adrenaline throughout his bloodstream. An extreme elevated heart rate is going to make these fine-tuned skills extremely difficult. I mean, just for him to think and analyze of what needs to be done to disassemble this rifle and get away would be difficult. We're not even going to touch the top.
Right now he's 47 seconds and he's struggling and he's totally calm.
Yeah.
And he didn't just shoot a guy.
Right.
And then he's supposed to get it in that stupid backpack. It's literally,
look at that backpack.
It makes no sense.
You have to understand that Megyn Kelly is only doing what any rational person would do. Put themselves first ahead of any other person. Megyn Kelly is worrying about her own life, her own safety, her businesses, her shows. And she doesn't want to get herself into any more complication. And I'm sure they might have reached out to her and given her the talk. I'm sure about that. You know, when Charlie was taken down, Megyn had a show with someone whom the, Israeli government doesn't like. And Megyn came under a lot of pressure from people in America who are in locksteps with Benjamin Netanyahu. And I'm sure some of those people or some of Megyn's friends are friends of those people. And they might have given Megyn the talk. They might have told her that, listen, Megyn, we love you, okay? We really, really care about you. We don't want to see you go down this path. This is a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down it. And it is very destructive. Trust us, it's not going to bring you anything good. So we will suggest politely, that you die down the whole Charlie Kirk's assassination thing and the whole Israel's involvement in Gaza of the thing, or even the West Bank and even AIPAC. Just dial all these things down. Please, just take it down by a notch. But to be in a safer side, just stop talking about them altogether. There are many other things you could talk about. There are many other things that could be discussed. You can do those things. You can still be very popular and very rich and very successful, and you have millions of views on your shows. But you see this one about Charlie and Israel and Gaza and the West Bank and AIPAC. Please, for the sake of you and your shows, dial it down, okay? No good will come out of it. They might have given her a talk in this line, and she might have processed it, give it some thought, and came to this realization that it was better if she just make her stance very clear on the issue about Charlie's murder and then just move on. So she thought to herself, wouldn't it be great if I announce my stance publicly so that everyone understands where I stand on this subject. And so she told everyone in public, on air, I believe this happened. And I believe we are getting this information from these agencies. And I totally trust them. And as far as I'm concerned, Megyn Kelly, as far as I'm concerned, my mind is made up. And I know for all certainty that this is what happened. Case closed. I am never going to visit this thing again. I am never going to change my mind on this thing again. As far as I'm concerned, I am done with it. Period. Well, you cannot blame her, can you? You cannot blame her. Like I said before, she is doing what any rational human being who is a little bit greedy and selfish, would do. If you are someone who put himself or herself first, who likes themselves, who wants to see themselves succeed, and who don't want to ruffle any feathers, well, you do the same, isn't it? You'll be like, there are some certain areas that we shouldn't go there, right? Those areas, let's just let it be. There are things we could talk about. There are things that are not of any consequences. There are things that people don't care about. Those things we can talk about. There's even culture war, We could say we hate trans people, we hate same-sex people. The radical left is horrible, it's terrible. They are the ones destroying our country. We could say all those things. But there are certain things that, we shouldn't go near it. For the sake of us, and for the sake of our families, for the sake of our friends, for the sake of our shows, for the sake of our connections, for the sake of this and of that, we should stay away from it. Well, I totally understand. Maybe if I were in her shoes, I might also do the same, Maybe. She's worked so hard. She's made so much money. She's become so popular. Why would she want to risk all that for something as Charlie? Or for something as doubting what the FBI are telling us about Charlie? Why would she want to do all that? Why? That is the thing. That is why I tell you people, right? We all must appreciate Candace Owens for what she is doing. No matter what you think about her, no matter whether or not she is a grifter, no matter whether or not she is using this whole thing to chase clout, no matter all of these things, you must give her credit for standing her grounds, for going where other people shy away from, for questioning the official narrative. Remember, doing all this doesn't just take courage alone, but also take a firm belief in oneself to be doing what is right. Because remember, doing something like this could cost you every single thing. Just asking these questions as she's been asking could cost you every single thing that you hold dearly. Yeah, good. So when I see people just criticizing Candace Owens, which they have the right to do, and some of them just throwing careless words here and there, I am like, do you know what it takes to do what she's doing? Do you know the implications of what she's doing to herself and her family? Do you know the amount of pressure that is upon her just for doing what she's doing? Can you begin to imagine the number of people who have gathered against her, who are working day in, day out just to see her fall? Can you even begin to imagine all this? But I guess you won't, or you can't, because all you see is yourself. So, Megyn Kelly, do what you must do, okay? Do what you must do to protect yourself. Do what you must do to keep your business afloat. Do what you must do to keep your show on air. Do what you must do to keep your family and yourself safe. Do what you must do. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. But it's a little bit, funny that you will say, I believe this and this is what happened. And as far as I'm concerned, my mind is made up. Case closed. It just felt a little bit, funny. But then again, I rest my case.